This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
Hello and welcome once again to Talking Pictures Podcast. I'm your host David and joined with me, as always, my co-host Brian. Brian, how are you today?
This is a Christmas movie.
This is a summer movie. Come on, it's the middle of summer. We're doing it now. It's a summer movie. This is the, it's a heat wave.
I think I'll just be one of those hijackers who fights those in power for a better living. And while I'm fighting for fairness and justice, I'll then further hijack it and say, now we want this. And
You've
we want
taken it
that,
too far, no.
Taking it too far. Speaking for the folks who called First Die Hard a Christmas movie, and then I'll go even one further, even after I've won that battle, to say, now this one's a Christmas movie as well.
You know what's funny? No one ever says Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
No, because it's not that as good as these other two.
Yeah,
What do you
no
think?
one ever talks about Die Hard 2.
Yeah, sure. We're not talking about Die Hard 2. We skipped it and went straight to Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. But Die Hard 2 very much is a Christmas movie.
This is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
No, not at all. No, it's a summer movie. That's why we're doing it in the middle of summer. When did we decide to do this? When we were doing the original Die Hard? Was that last Christmas or was it Christmas before?
Christmas just gone.
Was it?
Yeah, it
must have been, yeah.
It was episode 153, I
Okay.
believe.
That's
Yeah.
good-
and
good
in that,
noggin on you, yeah.
and in that recording, we said, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay.
And release it in August.
And we booked it in. Okay, and here it is now, August. August the...
No, David. August is occupied.
Yeah.
We've scheduled August, so it is.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, it's occupied.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's still.
Can you tell we're pre-recording this?
What? Not at all.
Time is an illusion.
We're talking right now as you're listening to us. No matter how late you are listening to this
Yeah.
episode. Okay, no, different. Yeah, this is a fun summer movie. It's funny how this franchise can do a real hop, skip, and a jump from one theme, one season, and one location to the other, and still be widely accepted. It's kind of like, rather than a sequel for Die Hard being a continuation on what we know so far, it's literally taking the characters, pretty much the only character,
Yeah.
and dropping him into an entirely new environment, facing off new foes with new allies, and it can be just as good.
See, this one feels for me like it's John at home, isn't it? Like Die Hard, the original, is John. He's a fish out of water. He's on the back foot. He's
in
LA,
LA,
and he's a New York cop. Whereas this time round, we're gonna go to New York, and this is John's stomping ground. This is where he knows the place. He knows New York like the back of his hand.
Have you seen him drive that taxi in this movie?
He knows it.
He knows it.
It's quickest through the park.
Like he's done it before.
Like there is some level to this where you go, yeah, John has done this before. Like, not every case that he's on is a Die Hard level case.
No.
But
every time we see him,
it's the Die Hard movie. But you do get a sense that, yes, John has bent the rules and bent the rules a few times
he
before.
definitely, dipped his toe into driving a vehicle through the park. Maybe not to the extent he does in this movie, but he definitely said to himself, come to think of it, this route through the park here gets you where you need to go a lot quicker than you do if you go through rush hour traffic.
He's taken some liberties. You
Yeah.
know? Like, there's a reason why we're introduced to John here and he doesn't have his badge. He's on suspension.
Yeah, God knows for what.
It's never revealed to us because it's not important.
No.
You know?
Do you know what's the funny thing as well? Is that this movie drops us in from the word boom.
Yeah, it's a good word to drop in from.
Yeah, because we're
You
not...
get this opening montage of like, oh yeah, getting to know the city. Here we are, New York, upbeat song, and then boom, explosion from the bomb at a department store, and it's like you're straight into the story.
Yeah, straight into the hecticness of the police department trying to figure out what's going on here. And then in the background, one of the cops or the assistants to the inspector already on the phone to the villain and saying, asking already, where's Lieutenant Detective John McClane? And the inspector saying he's on suspension. So that's already given us information on a character we haven't seen since 1992, I think, or since Die Hard 2. But this movie was released in 1995. So if you want to, break that connection between 1 and 3 and just remove 2 altogether.
Yeah, it's been 7 years because I think Die Hard 2 takes place a year after.
Yes.
Like, it's in quick succession.
Yeah, but this movie treats the character John McClane as if the last time we've seen him was since Nakatomi, because Nakatomi, obviously, of course, has been acknowledged multiple occasions, whereas Die Hard 2, not so much. John McTiernan as well. He had nothing to do with Die Hard 2, so like he's bringing the character back to his home roots, and we're dropping him into him here. Like we're not seeing his home.
No.
We're not even introduced to him being contacted by his colleagues. The inspector said, "John, get up," or dragging him out of a bar, or even dragging him out of the bed.
No, we're introduced to him, and he's there with the hangover in the back of the
conversation has already happened, saying, "John, we need you to do this." That's done. And he obviously went like, "Okay, yeah, you got any aspirin?" And then by the time they stop the van and roll up there, he's going like, "Well, why me? What is he got to do with me?" I don't know why. He just said, "It has to be you, and you have to do it." Like it's only now, right before he's about to put his back into it, get up from where he's sitting down and actually do what he's told to do. That's when he realizes, wait a minute, am I actually doing this?
Yeah, he hasn't quite registered with them yet. He's just going with the flow.
Yeah, he's still
for the
waking
moment.
up.
Yeah, I really do like that. It feels just much more of a, we're in it. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for the exposition, and a lot of the dialogue in the beginning is nearly, it's a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of little bits that are introduced, little elements that will come into play later that you don't even realize, because there's no major focus on it. It all becomes very conversational. Like when they're in the back of the truck, he's just asking, "Oh, does anyone have the lottery numbers?"
Yeah.
Which for the time is a very, very innocuous question. Like it 100%, like you would just, like, everyone played the lottery. And so then we learn about how every cop plays their badge number in the lottery, and so that just it's like a little throwaway comment that you don't think anything of. It's like, oh yeah, of course they play it. So then later on, when we know those numbers, where do we know those numbers from? Oh, hold on a second, this is how John knows that the cop that he knew is no longer in the picture. These guys are posing as cops. They're not.
The elevator scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a giveaway to know, oh, these guys are not real cops. He recognized the badge to be someone else he knows. So if this bozo here has got my friend's badge,
6991. Like, if he's got my friend's badge,
what does that mean for him?
Yeah.
And do you know, when that guy is actually taken out there, you actually feel a bit of a loss there.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where if I watch a given cop movie, like maybe Heat, and it's him versus them, and the cop side will have a few recognizable faces, I just noticed that one of them or two of them get taken out just in the conflict of things. And in this movie, it's this guy.
Do you ever, when you're watching a movie, do you ever take note of when things happen and what time things happen?
I took note in this movie when we saw the villain's face.
Yeah, because it's something you brought up there, is that we're introduced immediately into the plot, and then we're introduced immediately to the villain of this piece. Like, we're introduced to the villain before we're introduced to John.
Gets you thinking on what's going on here. Like, it really does add the mystery behind it all, you know? And a mystery that is revealed to us very early on. Early on in the sense that it's minute 47 or something like that.
47 of a 2 hour and 10 minute film.
Yeah, but even though there's still a follow-up twist at the end. But yeah, I took note of that in particular. This movie was.
Do we know when, just off the top of your head, do you know when Hans Gruber comes into Die Hard 1?
Well, the first time we see his face was when the van pulled up to the building. So, like, I'm gonna guess somewhere around the 20-minute mark.
20 to 25 minute mark.
Yeah, something like that.
But I think, I don't know, I don't know which I like more. Do I like that Die Hard for the villain reveal, or do I prefer this, where it's like introduction straight away, and it's like, even though we've met the villain and we understand kind of not maybe his full intentions, that's going to be revealed to us later, but we don't actually have a face, but we have kind of a bit of a personality.
Yeah,
where we're forming a face in our minds.
Yeah,
if you don't know who Jeremy Irons is, when you sit down, it's like, what face are you envisioning? Or if you don't know it's Jeremy Irons that's in this, then it's like, who are you envisioning as to who Simon is?
Do you know, I don't think I told you this when we were recording Die Hard 1. I obviously watched Die Hard 4.0.
Yeah.
It's 4.0 in the likes of Ireland, but apparently in the US it's Live Free or Die Hard. Subject to change if we ever talk about that movie, because it's the only wordy Die Hard left to talk about. Are we going to title it Die Hard 4.0 or Live Free or Die Hard?
I would do 4.0, yeah.
It's kind of cooler, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I do like the mix-up of the title every once in a while. Die Hard with Vengeance. Live Free or Die Hard. A Good Day to Die Hard. With John Moore. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you was, after watching the fourth Die Hard movie, that's when I learned, oh wait, there's 3 more of these?
Yeah, I did know that, yeah.
And so, any kid would do this. Ask all the questions in the world because you don't have the movies in front of you. You know, I did the same with the Halloween movies, to be honest. I think I just wanted to see them so much, you know. Just cool action movies drop this cool hero in an awesome environment, 1 against 20 type of situation, and he's got to fight them all and save the day. And one of my questions, consistent throughout the 3 movies, was who the villain was, what they looked like, how they died. And I remember I was asking about the villain in the first movie, and I was told he has a beard, kind of long hair, which was incorrect. And John McClane shoots him off the building because he taped a gun to his head, to the back of his head. Funny what you're
Who is this telling you all this? Because it's the wrong information.
Well, not wrong, but
Well,
misleading to
Yeah.
incorrect facts. But, you know, same situation. You know, same situation, different day. My brother, my older brother, yeah. So he told me about the second one. He said, oh yeah, the villain died in the plane. And this third one here, do you know what he said?
it's probably the brother of the
Yeah.
villain from the first movie.
He obviously, yeah, he gave that away. I never took it as a spoiler. I was too young to care about that. But he said he had blonde hair and he dies on a boat.
No, incorrect.
Yeah,
Again.
very much incorrect. But you want to know something funny? And there must be a reason why I thought this, right? I'm watching the movie. It's not too long after I was informed of this information on who the villain was for Die Hard 3 and how many phone calls are the characters having with Simon to the point where you are forming the face in your head. And so obviously I did eventually form a face before I saw the actual face. Do you want to know whose face I was forming?
Go on.
An alternative look of Philip Seymour Hoffman from Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, he still had the blonde hair. He was more or less the same. His hair would kind of like stick out where his ears were. So like if you were to brush your hair from the top of your head down to your ears, the hair would like kind of stick out like a bit strangely. I don't know why I thought that, but I always imagined him fighting John McClane on like a ski boat or a sail, and he's fighting him with an axe.
Okay.
Don't know why. Don't know how my imagination went wild like that. But it pretty much went out the window as soon as we pan up and we see Gruber's face there, and Jeremy Irons says, "They bought it. We can begin." It's funny how your imagination and anticipation of something you're looking forward to, either back then or now, is completely gone once you're presented with what you're given. Do you know? Happens to me with what movies I look forward to.
Well, there's a bit of fun, I suppose, in the anticipation. Like you're forming it in your mind, and you're doing, okay, this is what I would do, this is what I would do. But as soon as then the real version of it comes along, no matter what you anticipated, it's now tainted by what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like now next time when you think of Simon Gruber, you don't think of that version you initially thought of that you had in your mind for however long it was. Now it'll always be Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, it always is the case. He looks good.
Yeah, he looks good. You know, I would go out on a limb here to say I like Simon more than I like Hans Gruber.
I asked you that question when we recorded Die Hard.
Did I? Did
Yeah.
you? And what did I say?
You struggled. You gave a bit
Struggle
of
to pick?
Struggle to pick. And I actually don't remember what you did pick, but you could not help yourself but compliment the two of them while acknowledging Simon Gruber was the more clever one.
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? And maybe in my naivety when we were talking about the original Die Hard, just because I hadn't seen the third one.
Yet.
Well, I had seen it, but just I hadn't seen it recently when we were talking about the first one. So I think what I really like about this movie is the differences between it and the first movie. It's very specifically, okay? Hans Gruber's plan doesn't at all involve John McClane, but Simon's plan specifically involves John McClane. He is part of the plan. It's like, how do we keep him busy so he doesn't interfere? Because he is a rash that won't go away. He is someone that will interrupt us.
Yeah.
So while Simon is more clever because he has this big elaborate plan that stretches the whole city and all of these riddles and these bombs and these fake bombs, all this kind of stuff. Switch the roles. Have Simon do the Nakatomi building heist and then he dies there and it's Hans Gruber then that's coming to do this. I think Hans could also do that. You know, it's just because Hans was unprepared for John. Whereas if he had known about him, Hans, I think, could have dealt with him as much as Simon did.
I think I might disagree with you a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go on.
I think if Simon was doing what Hans was doing, Simon Gruber would have succeeded.
Even with John coming in to fuck things up and him unprepared completely.
Yes. And I think if Hans was doing what Simon was doing in this movie, I think John McClane would beat him.
It's an interesting thought experiment, definitely. I think Simon was a little bit more emotional. He was a bit quicker to anger or quicker to outbursts compared to Hans. So I think in that initial, if the roles were reversed and in the first movie, Simon was there and all of a sudden John is this thorn in his side.
Yeah.
I think that he would have lost his cool a lot quicker than what Hans did.
I don't know. It's kind of funny because you could go around in circles and how you want to compare them, but at the end of the day, the two are definitely on the top 20 list of greatest action villains or villains, period, of all time.
Yeah, but just the name Gruber, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The
there's
fact that when you think of brothers who are villains in the media empire, from video games to comics to TV to movies, are you going to be thinking the Shaw brothers from the Fast and Furious movies?
No.
Who's next, really? It's Gruber. And they both featured in one movie each.
I mean, I think there's a reason why John McTiernan, when he came back, he was like, okay, I'm going to make a villain. I'm going to relate him to Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think there's something...
A small element he had in the first Die Hard movie with the two German brothers. That was a small piece of it. Like, he was the physical threat, the villain for John to fight in hand-to-hand combat. He introduced that element to make it a major thing of the movie altogether. It's a great idea. It's a hook as well. And, you know, I even remember when I first watched this movie and the scene came up where John is going into the van with the FBI and they were asking him questions on, do you know who the...
They're trying to figure out who it could possibly be, yeah.
And when the two lads were talking back and forth and they gave a little bit of information, and then the old man in the backseat, does the name Gruber mean anything to you? And immediately all this smart ass answers that John had for them, because he feels like these jerk offs are pulling his leg, he shuts up.
Yeah.
And he says, rings a bell, yeah. All of a sudden now it's gotten very serious. And I always thought it was funny that Peter Krieg was born Simon Peter Gruber. He's Hans Gruber's brother. I like the reveal of that. Like, rather than simply saying, the man you killed in Nakatomi building, Hans Gruber, this man is his brother. Like, you know, it's
just a way of delivering the dialogue, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was very well done, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it kind of nearly, like, even though Simon is already a formidable threat, it just, like, steps him up another level. Without him having to do anything, just that reveal of information it makes John take him more seriously.
Yeah, rather than just to think of him as a real, like, psycho pulling these Simon Says.
Because, like, Hans is someone who nearly killed Holly, nearly killed his wife, and John is the person that killed Simon's brother. Do you know, it's like, okay, I know what Hans was capable of, and I didn't do anything on him, you know, beforehand. Now, here's his brother, and he has reason to hate me. He has reason to go for me.
Talk about a villain whose face haven't been on screen yet already means so much. Like, when the FBI was asking him questions, did you notice anyone following you? A cell phone, a house even. Like, what? How the hell's a house going to follow you? Do you have someone pull back the curtains every time you pass a block? Some coordination going on right there. Like, they've been obviously trying to track or locate Simon Gruber for however long.
Yeah.
Like, his background is military. Like, he wasn't around for World War II, but he was definitely young enough maybe around for the Berlin Wall when that came down. So obviously his background is he's a mercenary for hire. And he said that at the end that life's got little bonuses. And so even though he had this plan to steal all the gold, as he says, from Fort Knox, the bank, that is his real mission, to live the rest of his life in his career, to buy a country, as he says. And in concocting that kind of mission, that heist, as supreme as that, as large as that, he fitted his revenge for John McClane in there as well. Now, the fact that he specifically chose this cop to be busy running around looking for false bombs around the city, because if he was investigating this like the rest of his team, he would have followed his plan. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I feel like just because he dealt with John McClane doesn't mean he hasn't dealt with this other unknown detective somewhere in New York City who might just be as good or if not better at solving crime, just because But it could be anyone. Just because
Well,
he doesn't have his own franchise doesn't mean he's not capable of that.
Let me put it to you like this, Brian. Okay, you're cooking your dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know that you're allergic to paprika. Mm-hmm. Okay, are you gonna not do your dinner because you might be allergic to something else that you don't know about? Like, I know I'm allergic to paprika, so I'm definitely going to make sure that paprika is nowhere near my dinner.
Okay.
Paprika is John McClane. The dinner is Simon's Plan. Yes, there may be something else. There may be another another spice that I am allergic to, but I don't know about it. I can only control the things I know about, and that's Simon. It just so happens that paprika killed his brother.
Look at you going all defensive using metaphors for.
I just think you're underestimating the man. It just so happens that, yes, this guy couldn't be a thorn in my side and also killed my brother. So it's kind of a two for the price of one here. I get to keep this guy busy and I get to torment him I get a bit of revenge, you know?
And in the end, it still didn't work, didn't it?
No, of course not.
No, it's John McClane.
Funny enough, Brian, he's the hero. John McClane, Paprika is the hero.
That's the tagline. That's going in the description here.
Paprika is the hero.
I really like the change of the environment. Like
So do I.
We're stuck in Nakatomi Building in Die Hard, and I like that. Like it owns that identity of a one location action killer flick. You know.
Well, with each Die Hard movie, the area gets bigger. Like you have Nakatomi Plaza. Then in Die Hard 2, you have the airport and the runway and the plane. Then Die Hard 3, we've got
an airport's bigger than a building.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have Die Hard 3, we go the whole of New York City.
Yeah.
Die Hard 4,
Washington and just beyond.
Yeah, that does feel bigger again. And then Die Hard 5 is Russia. Like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But Die Hard 3, this one, it feels like it's the biggest I wanted to go, to be honest. Because while, yes, it's now John's playground, John knows New York.
Yeah.
He still feels like he's on the back foot. Even though he's in his home place and he knows it, he's on the back foot because now he has to run around and do all these odd jobs and these riddles and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's not the same level as he was when he was in LA.
No.
But he is still on the back foot in some manner.
The fact that he can go around to all these various locations without the use of Google Maps. And he
just has to know it. Yeah,
know it. Eyeball which payphone is ringing. Eyeball which park you have to go to. Eyeball which block you need to. Or eyeball which metal tray you need to lift up from the ground and jump on top of a moving train.
Well, think about all of those as well, all of the riddles that Simon gives. And it's like, if you had 2 minutes to do that and you have an iPhone, oh grand, I'll just look up the answer to this riddle. Like 21 out of 42, okay, who was the 21st president? Like that's a major thing in it as well, where he keeps asking people who was the 21st president, because like information like that, if you didn't know it, it wasn't readily available to you. Guess where you had to go? The library. And look it up.
We as the species are getting dumber.
Yeah, we have devices in our pockets that essentially, it's more powerful than what put the original men on the moon. Like, we have access to every piece of information available at all times.
And isn't it funny that that is a tool for John McClane to use against the villain? In the fourth movie, it's a tool that is thrown against John McClane. Devices, technology, artificial.
What is it that they say? He's an analog cop in a digital world?
Yeah. It's pretty much consistent here in a way, or the absence of it, you know? Like, it's interesting stuff. I think we're delving a few layers behind these movies. I think we really are. I think we're advocates for this franchise.
I'm advocates for 2 of the 5 movies, yeah.
Have you seen the fourth one?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
When did you last see the fourth one?
The first time I watched it.
When was that?
I can look on my letterbox, but it was years ago. Like,
years? All right.
Yeah, like I've seen the first one multiple times. Seen the third one multiple times. Seen the second one maybe 2, 3 times. 4, maybe twice. And the fifth one, once.
Once?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't particularly find it good. I remember, because we normally would watch Die Hard every Christmas. And I remember one Christmas we were like, oh, we watched Die Hard 2 just for a change. And we watched it and it was like, oh yeah, that was good and all. Then the next year we watched Die Hard 3. And we were like, oh, this one's so much better. And now we'll alternate between 1 and 3, depending. Like, we'll maybe watch 2 or 3 years of the first one, and then we'll switch over to Die Hard 3 just for a bit of a change. Because I want to watch Die Hard, but I don't know if I want to watch original Die Hard. I can watch something else. So I like 2 of the 5 movies, you know?
Yeah. Maybe I'll convince you for Die Hard 4 if you really wanted to, but doing Die Hard 3 was your idea, and I'm glad you did it. Like, it's very selective of us. Like, we didn't unnecessarily task ourselves to do a trilogy of Die Hard just because we want to.
Because you want to do 1 and 3,
Yeah.
you have to do 2, yeah.
But back to the environment at hand, what I really like about it, it's what do you make of the fact that in Die Hard 1, anywhere John goes could be imminent danger because it's filled with terrorists and he's on his own.
Yeah.
He's got no shoes or socks on. And in this movie, couldn't be any safer. Millions of people, cops everywhere. He even has a companion with him, all right? And yes, he's obviously been thrown away. He's being misled. He's on a goose chase to find a bomb, answer a phone, what have you. Isn't it so crazy that all he has to do is just say, fuck this and go home. Fuck this, go to a pub. You know? There is nothing stopping him from just calling it quits. He could easily just call a taxi and take him home. He could catch a flight and go see Holly if I wanted to, right? It's just crazy that at one point he is as free as he could ever be, all right? And he willingly walks into a bank to inquire about anything suspicious happening.
Just because he had a bad feeling.
Yeah, and then that leads him into his own version of an elevator fight compared to Captain America. It's just crazy how easy it is for him to fall into danger.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand your point where when it comes to Nakatomi Plaza, like, he has to get out of there.
Yeah.
And there's danger around every corner, but he wants to save the hostages. He needs to save Holly as well. Whereas in this movie, there's no danger at all. But I would argue there is a lot of danger because, first of all, this is the movie where we get to see John make the choice to just be the cop, be the good guy. He's not forced into it. He's not in a situation where he has to be the good guy. Because you're right, he could absolutely get in a taxi and go home. He could absolutely get on a flight and go see Holly.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I'm going to stay here. I have to see this through to the end. Even so much so that even at the end, when supposedly Simon's gotten away, and he realizes, he goes to talk to Holly on the phone, he realizes from the aspirin that he finally got after asking for it from probably every character that appears on screen, he realizes the hotel that Simon is staying at, and he goes and like it feels like a real wrap-up moment of the movie, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden we're back into it and oh crap, okay, he actually is going to catch him. You think for a moment, oh, the bad guy won this time, he got away with all the gold.
Yeah.
But this is the movie that shows that John is just a good cop. And even though, yeah, he's suspended, he is there and he takes back his badge. He gets the information about where the first bomb was found and he goes and says it to Zeus. And he tricks him a little bit to get him to help on this journey. It's like, you know, this is him, even though, yes, there's not danger around every corner. John doesn't know what is Simon's plan. Who does Simon have working for him? You know, anyone could be a part of Simon's team. You just don't know. So there is still a level of danger around there, and there could be bombs anywhere in the city.
No,
he has to run to the bombs.
I absolutely agree. There's an extra element to the danger in the fact that you don't know where it is. Whereas in the first one, you know where the danger is. It's in the building.
Yeah, it's ever present in the building, but in New York, it's anywhere.
Yeah.
And it kind of nearly is like...
It's anywhere, which could also mean nowhere.
Yeah, the danger in the first movie is the danger to him.
Yeah.
Whereas in this movie, because it's bombs, it's the danger to the public.
Yeah.
And John, I think, would take that very personally if he wasn't able to defuse a bomb. Like, even in that, after the first riddle, when they ring and they're 10 seconds too late, and Zeus jumps around the corner to get out of the way, but John, the entire time, is trying to get people away.
Yeah.
Right up until the moment they realise that, oh, the bomb isn't going to go off. There is no bomb.
That'd be awkward if that bomb did go off because they'd both be dead.
They won't be dead, yeah, but John, you can see John is the hero of the moment, where he's trying to warn people and get them away, save as many lives as he can.
Yeah. I do see your point in that regard. Furthermore, there is a quick...
Okay, you're writing your dissertation here. I do agree with you. Furthermore, and for that reason...
Furthermore,
in conclusion...
I'll have you know, overall, in its entirety, there is this one scene in Die Hard 4 where a couple of cars crashes because the junction lighting system was muddled up by the hackers. And in the midst of all the cars that crashed, John goes up to one of them and says, "Hey, are you okay?" Just randomer, in a wide shot. That didn't need to happen. He could have just completed his action, which was to get on top of the hood of a car and look at what's going on. That's it. No, we'll throw this a little bit in here to show that this cop, he's still a cop.
Yeah.
Cares.
He may be an action hero, but he is a cop. He has a job to do. Yeah.
He pays taxes.
To protect and serve.
Yeah, he goes home. He fantasizes about how he can best kill new villains and terrorists. Mostly non-Americans as well.
Yeah, of course. Is the guy in the fourth one
He's American, in
Yeah.
fairness, yeah.
Yeah.
He's American. but he may as well be an alien to John because he's a cyber terrorist.
Yeah.
But
When did that movie come out as well? What, 2006?
six?
I was going to
Seven?
say 6, 7. But like, imagine that, like a cyber terrorist in the year 2006. We're like 20 years on from that. Like, can you imagine John McClane fighting the entity from Mission Impossible? Like, there's just no level.
At that point, John would definitely call it quits and say,
No.
fuck this. Hails a cab, catches up with his buddy Zeus. Maybe he tries to reconnect with Holly.
Again.
Yeah.
17th time
Maybe he
in a
tries
row.
to rekindle his relationship with his family. Maybe he gets a call from the Takagi family who are opening a new version of the
All right,
Nakatomi
okay.
building in
Yeah,
Tokyo,
yeah.
Japan. Maybe
I
they
see where
invite
this
him
is going.
down. You know, maybe to make a movie of it.
Maybe.
Pitched by me on our podcast.
Maybe.
See where I was going with it?
I see it. Yeah, I saw it from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you started trying to remember the family name, I was like, okay, yeah, okay.
I didn't want to mix it up from Nakatomi.
Yeah, the Kagagi.
But I do like to go back to how safe John can be, and once he's alone, he's in danger. Like he's talking to the foreman at a construction site with truckers, and he goes down the tunnel of one, and then all of a sudden, when he's on his own, that's when he's facing off the danger against these villains who pretty much is only like targeting him. It's kind of like the situation that no one else on Earth is going to know about these villains, bar John. It happened in the first one, happened in this one. It's kind of like in the second one as well, where no one else believes him but John.
Yeah.
It's similar to how Kevin McAllister does deal with the Wet Bandits, and because it's only Kevin and the Wet Bandits who experience what happens in the movie as witnessed by us. No one else does. Not the police who arrest the Wet Bandits, not Kevin's family who are none the wiser of the aftermath. It's the same situation here. Unless you are shoulder to shoulder with John McClane, like Samuel Jackson in this, you are not going to know what is really going on. Like, none of the cops, the inspector doesn't know, the Native American cop, he doesn't know, the blondie cop, she doesn't know. None of those cops know the turmoil and
The full extent of
the
what
full
they're
extent
going
of
through.
what's going on here and what John and Zeus have been going through. Do you know, it's only witnessed by us, and it's kind of a cool thing in that regard. You know, these kind of movies. But the elevator fight, so much so, I love the editing in it, because here's John just standing in the middle of these four giants. He just looks over. It's funny, did you notice that one shot where it's like close up of his eyes and he completely turns his head to the point where he's breaking his neck just to look over?
Just gotta get it. Just make sure.
I just need to make sure that it does say one at the end, and he's looking at the guy. Like, if that's happening in real life, that guy's looking over at John and say, "You got a problem, buddy."
Yeah, what's going on?
Like, why are you
You
looking
alright?
directly at me? Say, sorry, I'm just looking at your badge. That is definitely not your badge.
Yeah, I definitely recognize those numbers. Yeah.
And sure, we use those numbers for a lottery. Here's my ticket right here. Immediately starts shooting the guys to his shoulders, and at one point the guy does have his gun pointed at John's heart, like shouting at each other, and then he just headbutts the guy behind him, and then he takes out the other guy, and then he flops to the ground with blood all over his neck. That's another thing as well. The more blood that John sustains, whether it's his or someone else's, and the more
Dirt.
the more dirt
Yeah.
his pure sleeveless white tank top gets,
Yeah.
you know he's going through the ring.
You know
he's
how his
going
day is
over.
going, yeah.
That's
like
pretty
there's something
much it.
about in the first movie that John is in the white tank top.
Yeah.
And then as soon as by the end of it, it's like just black. It's like it's not even brown, it's black from all the dust and all the debris.
In this one, it does get grimy green in a way. But I do notice that from that point on, he's wearing a tank top going forward.
Yeah.
I just like that so much. You know, the white.
That feels iconic to his character outfit.
That's his superhero outfit
Yeah.
right there, right? And as we said, his utility belt here. He's got to have a pistol. He'll have his badge if so, and he'll have to have some duct tape.
Yeah. That's his
That's used again here. It's a great system, isn't it? Like, I even like the reveal of how he used it here, and it was at the start of the movie as well. You know, we take something so classic and iconic and villain defeating. A tool to defeat the villain.
It's just an everyday thing.
It's
for
an
him.
everyday thing now.
Yeah.
It's as if now John McClane is going to cop school to give a lecture on tools that can save your life in dire situations. Duct tape. Simple as that. It's cool. Like, it's if you see Ethan Hunt use something like that, or any given Jason Statham film, if they use duct tape, you're gonna go Die Hard.
Yeah. I know where you're getting that from. Yeah. We've mentioned him a few times, but we haven't actually discussed him. Do you want to talk about Jesus?
It's Zeus.
What do you mean? I heard those guys calling you Jesus.
He said, "Hey, Zeus."
You know what? That's a funny joke. It's a funny line, but I actually don't like the dialogue that leads up to it. If you go back and listen to it,
Yeah.
it's so like unnatural how many times he says Jesus. Like he says it so many times where
He says, "Hey, Zeus."
no, like how many times John says Jesus. Like it feels so unnaturally. I'd be like, "Hey Brian, what are you getting in the shop? Hey Brian, relax. All I asked you was what were you getting in the shop? Hey Brian, come on, why are you going mad at me?" And it's like,
Are you saying?
why are you saying like?
Are you saying John is saying this to Zeus in
Yeah.
the taxi cab?
Yeah.
He only says it like maybe twice.
He says it 3 times.
Does he?
Yeah. And it just feels unnatural in it. Or I think I would have liked it better if he had said Jesus a few times just throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we find out. He didn't say, "Hey Zeus." He said, "Hey Zeus." Like, that misunderstanding
Mm-hmm.
is brought up and immediately ended in that moment. Whereas I think I might have liked it a little bit better longer.
I don't know. I think it would be kind of stupid if he kept on calling him "Hey Zeus." Like he goes after him after the stairs. "Hey Zeus." He tries to tell him, "Hey Zeus, don't walk away from the payphone. Hey Zeus, you gotta go to this payphone over here while I try and find the bomb." Like,
yeah, after that third one, then you go, "Why do you keep calling me that? Why do you keep saying it?"
I suppose when you say halfway through the movie, I'm thinking when they're at the water jugs by the
No. By the time they're at the first thing, and if he's still saying "Hey Zeus," like, "Why do you keep calling me that?" Do you know, and have that little interaction there.
But with
when he's even trying to convince him to
stay.
yeah, he's like, "You don't even know my name." He's like, "What are you talking about, Jesus?"
That. Now you've kind of won me over.
Okay.
Yeah. You had to work a bit, but
Yeah,
you got me there.
I just had to present it properly.
Yeah, you had to pitch it better, David.
Sorry,
you know.
but Zeus as a character.
Come on, man. Are you gonna tell me out of all the Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis pairings we've seen in cinema that this is not the best one?
It's absolutely the best, but it's also, I think, Zeus is my favorite additional character that's not John in the whole Die Hard universe. Any of the other ones.
More than
Any
Holly.
other, huh?
More than Holly?
More than Holly, more than
Powell.
Powell, more than
Argyle?
Argyle,
No way!
more than Justin Long, more than Jai Courtney, more than Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Let me tell you something. You'd be wrong if you didn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the obvious choice. Like when you think Die Hard, it's like, okay, who do you think of the other characters? You go, oh, well, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Like he's the first one you think about. Absolutely.
It's funny. Like this is me and you, right? Growing up from 1997, we know Samuel L. Jackson. All right.
We grew up with him.
We grew up with him, man. Shut up. Or we're gonna use that against you for the rest of our podcast.
For anyone that doesn't know, Brian said in the middle of the Stranger Things episode, "Come on, man, we grew up with this." And I went, "Brian, we were 18. Like, what are you talking about?" It was probably, no offense, all right, and I love you. It was the stupidest thing you've ever said. And I have to make fun of you for it. It's one of my new favorite things is to say, like, when I love something, it's, "Hey, man, come on, we grew up with it."
When did Jurassic Park came out?
1994.
94. So this is 95.
Yeah.
This is the year after Jurassic Park, right? Samuel Jackson was...
When was Pulp Fiction? Also 1994?
I don't know.
I think it was. I can look it up here now as you're saying your point.
Yeah, I don't have a point to say, so you better type faster.
If this was after Pulp Fiction was 1994, yeah, and Die Hard was 1995, yeah. So isn't it funny because watching them here, they feel younger than they both are in Pulp Fiction, but it's a year later. Like Samuel L. Jackson especially feels younger.
I completely forgot that Bruce Willis was in Pulp Fiction. I was thinking Samuel Jackson, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about Bruce Willis, my favourite character in Pulp Fiction. In Pulp Fiction.
You forgot about him entirely.
Yeah. Bruce Willis was bald in Pulp Fiction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks... does he?
I think both of them look younger in Die Hard than they do in Pulp Fiction. And it takes place a year later.
Samuel Jackson looks more beefier. He looks like he's got more strength to him.
In
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And I could say the same with Pulp Fiction for Bruce Willis. Mm-hmm. Whereas here, Bruce Willis, he's definitely hungover on set while playing John McClane. Mm-hmm. And
he's a method actor, true and true.
And just the same, Samuel Jackson's method acting by losing a lot of muscle and got so slim and skinny to the point where he is embodying that of a civilian. Mm-hmm. You're getting Samuel Jackson in a Die Hard movie and you're not making him a cop. Mm-hmm. You're making him a civilian.
I like it better though.
I agree.
He's an everyman. He's someone who cares in the same way that John cares about the community as a whole, as being a cop.
Zeus only cares about his community.
Who cares about everything north of 110th Street? You know, it's
what do you make of the fact that they don't hold back in, like, do you think that Zeus is racist against white people? A thing that
You can't be racist when you can't be racist towards white people.
but doesn't the one banker Wall Street guy say that to him, like, what, you don't like white people, like a schmuck that he is? And then when they're arguing by the fountain, John says that to Zeus, you don't like me because I'm white, you're a racist. And Zeus is going, hey, I'm a what? And while that is never acknowledged again, because it's like the third time it's been brought up, because at the very first time he says, who's going to help you? No one. So who's going to help you? We're going to help ourselves. Who's not going to help you? White people. Like, he's training that to his nephews as if he's raising them, trying to teach them right.
Well, think about it like this, right? This is the 90s.
Yeah.
So Zeus would have grown up in a time where, like, even civil rights were like something brand new. And even though civil rights came in, there was still rampant racism throughout like the 70s, 80s, even the 90s. It's still to today.
It's still there, yeah.
You know, there's no escape from racism. So it's I completely understand then why Zeus would be telling these kids, like, you guys need to look after yourselves. We need to look after our community because we're the only ones that do look after us. Because guess what? White people, they don't care. And they don't care on one reason and one reason alone: the color of your skin. So you can't be racist to white people if you're black, because white people have oppressed black people for hundreds of years, if not longer. So it's like, is he racist? No. Does he not like white people? Yeah. And that's perfectly fine for him to do, because he's probably lived his life where he has good reason to. Like, yes, he doesn't like white people, but yet still, when a white person comes into his neighborhood wearing a sign that says, I hate, and the N-word, what does he do? He goes up and says, you need to get out of here. Like, he could have easily just gone, oh, look, a white man is going to die, because that group of guys is going to see him, they're going to go over there, and they're going to kill him. And that'd be it. But no, he tells the kids, ring the cops, because some guy is going to die here. He goes up and he's like, you need to get out of here. He tries to give him a chance. He tries to say, like, listen, don't know what's going on here, but you need to get out of here. So, you know, he's not racist, no.
In fairness, he did say to John, I didn't save you, I just saved my neighborhood from having another dead cop in our street, because if one dead cop happens, you're going to have 1,000 more cops. Itchy trigger
It's the retaliation of it all. Yeah, absolutely. But I think that's more him trying to justify it almost. He's trying to say, oh, well, I only did it because of this. And it's like, you didn't only do it because of that. You can try and you're saving face. You know, that kind of way?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Storytelling 101, you know, between two characters from opposing ends. Furthermore, where Zeus is a hesitant civilian trying to, like, he wants to go back to his shop, like, to see
He doesn't want to be involved in this at all.
No.
And it's only when John lies to him and says, it's already part of your neighborhood. We found that in this park here. And he's like, crap, okay.
Fucking white people. I'm telling you.
But at least John admits to that later. He says, listen, I lied to you.
Yeah, when they're about to be blown up. But I just like that little bit. Like, it didn't need to be necessary, but it's still there, you know? Acknowledging the colour of his skin while also not making a big deal out of it, you know? Like, it's done in passing conversations. And, I don't know, it could just be one of a few things to add to the arguing the two have back and forth. One's a cop, one's a civilian. One is the cause for the other one's bad day. One is white, one is black, one is, well, I suppose they both are kind of like somewhat assholes to each other from time to time. So, so they're
just
right,
like, they're
right
opposing from multiple ends.
Yeah.
Without being enemies.
They shouldn't be friends, really. And if it weren't for Simon Gruber, they would not be friends. They would not be meeting up for beers 30 years later.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah. Saw it in my mind's eye.
Yeah, you're right. And however long it took us to come to an agreement. Samuel Jackson's character in the Die Hard series is the second best character of the franchise.
Yeah, easily. And it's with great restraint that they haven't included him in 4 or 5.
Well, 1995 to it's nearly 10 years since after that. Like 2006, this would have been by the time.
But that's between the end of Star Wars and the beginning of the Marvel. Like, that's kind of nearly like the not prime Sam Jackson.
Sorry, did you say the end of Star Wars to the beginning of Marvel? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, like episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Which was at that time the end of Star Wars and the beginning of Marvel, the cinematic universe, with Iron Man in 2008. So
Samuel Jackson's in everything. I really forgot he was in Star Wars as well.
You forgot Bruce Willis was in Pulp Fiction as well.
Thanks for reminding me. I forgot I said that.
Like, it's maybe not prime Sam Jackson, but it is absolutely like he's an actor who is appearing in a lot of stuff. So it's so strange that they would do Die Hard 4 and they wouldn't include him in any way. Now, I understand obviously that it's not set in New York. He's probably still in New York, whereas you said Die Hard 4 is in Washington.
Yeah.
So like, does it make sense for the story?
No. Apparently, story comes first these days.
Yeah, well, I prefer that. If you say, oh, well, it doesn't fit right to the story to have Sam Jackson there, you go, okay, that's great, as opposed to just forcing him in for no reason.
Yeah, well, look, he wasn't forced in Die Hard 6, so like he was there in a cameo because John was still in.
Yeah.
Right, he was
For a second, yeah, I know, yeah. You're right. No, I'm
for a second.
No, I am complimenting the series as a whole for its restraint in not forcing him in.
It also gives more of a reason why you need to watch Die Hard 3 as a companion piece to the first Die Hard.
Yeah.
Because you can still say that the first Die Hard's still the best, but Die Hard 3, man, is a motherfucking watch. Mm-hmm.
Well,
and a lot of that is for Samuel Jackson.
It kind of feels weird to watch Die Hard any other time of the year, whereas Die Hard 3, I could watch anytime.
Yeah.
Whether it be Christmas or whether it be in the middle of summer, like we've done now, or on the 29th of April when we're recording this. But yeah, it feels like if I was to switch on, if I was to turn on Die Hard tonight, there is a level of me, like, it works perfectly fine to watch it any time of the year, but I do associate it with Christmas.
Yeah. So it's just, you motivated me to look up my review for Die Hard with a Vengeance, logged in 19th of September 2024. I first recall watching this only knowing who the villain was, and was treated furthermore with Samuel Jackson showing up as the world's best educating smart uncle. Samuel Jackson is the greatest thing to happen to any Die Hard film. His presence generates the leading argument that this film is the best of the series. His best pairing with Bruce Willis in the film. Funny enough that I've done my presentation on all those points, and then I've shown you a point which was dated 2 years ago.
Well, would you like to hear my review from Die Hard?
I'd love Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, this is from the 8th of February 2019. Not directed by John Moore. Liked by you. So thanks for that, man. Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
not saying my name.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for editing out with the power of editing. You keep it in if you want. I don't care. It's your name, not mine.
You'll know if you listen back to it every once in a while.
I can tell people what you do for a living as well.
No, don't do that. I can tell people what you do for a living.
Oh, it's not as exciting as what you do.
Stop, man. Come here. We've chatted a bit about Gruber. We've chatted about now Zeus. What about himself?
John McClane.
John McClane.
John McClane is just always having a bad day, isn't he? It's always just a bad day for John.
No. Do you know what? I bet the rest of his life is just great. It's just until we drop into it. It's like it's as if he was like Deadpool breaking the fourth wall, and he looked to us and said, "Not you again." That means I'm definitely in for a bad week.
Fuck. Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit." Yeah, like when you think about like Star Trek, the Chris Pine series,
the
Kelvin universe.
Yeah,
it kind of feels like that's like those movies are like the big adventures, and these are the worthy ones.
Yeah.
of us being there for the movie. And that kind of feels the same for Die Hard, but you just know John hates it. Like, he does not want these. He wants to have the boring, mundane, just being a cop kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he likes the danger, but, like, maybe he likes a high-speed pursuit. And that's about it. He doesn't want to have to deal with all these things.
No.
Like, he just wanted... Like, what does he say? You guys are ruining a perfectly good hangover. Like, he was happy for his day to be just him with a headache. And all he wants is some aspirin. That's all he wants. And he's asking friends, he's asking foes, and it's the foe that gives it to him. It's the foe's downfall is that he gives him the aspirin. He gives John what he wants finally.
So what you're saying that if John wasn't out drinking the night before and woke up with a headache today, he would not be able to defeat the villain?
Yeah, absolutely. If he hadn't have asked for the aspirin, he wouldn't have known where to go from.
Well, he needed a reason to ask him in the first place.
Yeah, so John's drinking habits are the reason why Simon Gruber was caught in the end.
Do you hear that, folks? Start drinking.
Yeah,
become an alcoholic.
What is it Homer Simpson says? To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Oh, lad. There's so many scenes in this movie I could just pick out. It's literally fresh in my head. I just watched it today. But today when we're recording this, not today when you're listening to this. Or maybe I have. I feel like John sends Zeus away like multiple times.
Yeah, they split up.
Yeah, split up definitely a few times. Sends him away so he can answer the phone while John takes the bomb out of the train. Great job by him. He's been very polite there, saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a cop. Please move to the back of the train." And then the thing
He doesn't want to incite a panic. Yeah.
No, but then once it starts mixing, he says, "Everyone get the fuck in the back of the train now!" And he starts losing all hectic. Like it takes an explosion for him to start laughing uncontrollably.
Like Walter White underneath the house.
Oh yeah, maybe not that cinematic, but definitely.
No, but like it takes just like things are just going so crazy. All I can do is either laugh or cry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
But like you need to, like John needs to do that. Like how many times have you ever been in an area, the fire alarm goes off and nobody moves?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you have to make a big scene of it nearly sometimes to get people to actually move. People are so stuck in their own ways that it's like, okay, well, there's something about like, okay, can everyone please move to the back of the train? Like probably the majority of people are sitting there going, oh, he's not talking to me. He's talking to everyone else, not me. Like everyone is so absorbed in their own world. So he has to be like, get up, move to the fucking back of the train.
The next time that John and Zeus split up, he tells Zeus to bring the briefcase to the guys posing as cops. Funny thing that the guy's on the phone to Gruber. And he says, okay, you can kill McLean when he goes in there, because the original plan was to send him to the stadium and kill McLean there. And he was going to let Zeus go. While I'm on that,
Zeus was never part of the plan
no,
at all.
No, and it was very good of Gruber to say to him, let him go. Like he was going to let him live. And then they meet again because intuition to the fact that something doesn't feel right. And then they follow the suit again, and they follow the dump truck down to the tunnels. And then he tells them, go to the stadium, find out who the fucking president was. And it's funny to think that how early on that Yankee Stadium location was set in the journey for Gruber's plan. Because he's a man making a plan upon contingencies and options. If John
this doesn't go right, we've got a B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, so if he died at the train, great. If he survived, great. We'll send him on a goose chase down to the Elephant where the bomb is there.
Yeah.
If he survives that, great. We'll send him on to Yankee Stadium and we can have a sniper there ready.
Yeah.
That is so early on in the plan and the movie that it would have taken out John entirely. Like that Yankee Stadium could have been the final location for the fight. Like that would have been Gruber there himself to take John out.
Yeah. Escape on a helicopter.
Yeah, like it goes to show that it's a bonus for him to get his revenge.
Yeah.
It's
not part of it's not the main focus of the plan.
No,
the main focus is the gold.
He's to go buy a country with all the gold he's gotten, like, and to run an army. Like he's still like 40 years left to live of his life, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just funny that how many times John gets separated from Zeus, they always meet back together again. I think the funniest one is when John gets shoot up into the air from the manhole with the water. Like how convenient was it that Zeus was just driving around the corner and then getting chased, and then they have the great shit scene. This movie, right? Very few shortly timed action pieces. Right, there's one in the first main one was the elevator scene, to be honest. And then this one here, the chase scene where he spins the car out and just riddles the other car with bullets. Goes to wallets of one guy and tells Zeus to check the glove compartment next to the other dead guy for aspirin.
Yeah, the actual action of it all is nearly exclusively just to the final act.
Yeah, there's more action in the first movie than in this one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Even so, that leads them to the what would have been the final location had there not been a reshoot of a final 10 minutes. The boat. You can see where I thought a boat was part of the location when I thought this is where Simon Gruber was supposed to die. And this is the point where that Zeus is going, I can make it. Like he's actually taking initiative now.
Yeah.
In trying
he's
to
like, okay, I'm part of this story.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get out of it, so I'm getting into it. And he's like, I'm gonna be a hero in this.
Probably one of the deaths ever with the wire from the car splitting your man in half. Good death scene, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those ones as a kid, you're like, oh my god, this is so cool.
You want to see it. You want to see the blood in the guts. Also, furthermore, that just dropped.
Furthermore, is that your word of the day? You've used it about 4 times.
In addition to
can I check your bibliography, please?
falling on top of a container, which is definitely, it's not fun.
No.
In the hands of another director, right? Zeus goes up and confronts Gruber and tries to beat up the big man. And this is John's fault for not telling him, oh yeah, make sure the safety's off. Zeus would have been killed. Gruber would have killed Zeus then and there. I think there's definitely a few movies here and there where they introduce a great sidekick to an awesome action hero, and sidekick dies in said movie. But good that they didn't. Do you notice that this is also... I noticed that a lot of the music from the first one is played in this one here.
It's not something that I noticed, but it's not something I generally notice.
It's
to
not
be
the
honest.
Christmas jingle, but it's like in the first movie, the cop's tanker is coming and trying to smash through the front building, and that's when the Hans Gruber has his guys shoot bazookas out in front of him. This is played here when they're trying to make their way on the boat, and then do you know the music that plays over Hans Gruber's death? The beat, like loud trumpet blows. That music is played here again when John realizes that the bomb that all of the police of New York have been looking for
Is there on the boat with them.
yeah, and he just drops to his knees. He just flops. It's like, we did all this for nothing. It was all fake. And then that's when John meets Simon Gruber.
Which is so late in the movie. Because that
Very
was
late.
something I remember talking about in the first movie, was how long before the hero and the villain actually come face to face. And it's the sequence where Hans pretends he's someone else.
Yeah.
But this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the only time that John and Simon actually come face to face in the movie. Yes, there is the helicopter scene, but this is an actual piece of dialogue.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Yeah. He's not, even after this scene, he's not even talking to him when he's about to leave him with the bomb.
No.
Yeah, this is the only on-screen appearance. Like, you could really shoot this movie.
And never have them meet.
Yeah, this is done in one day. Bruce Willis worked with Jeremy Irons for one day. The rest could have been shot separately.
Yeah.
If Vin Diesel can do it with Dwayne Johnson, sorry, this can happen here as well. But what do you make of this one dialogue scene here? That, you know, this should have been every fan would be waiting for that scene.
Where they talk about Hans.
Yeah, that's one thing, but it's just to see. You want to see the villain, who's getting revenge on the hero for killing his brother, to take pleasure in it. You know, salvage that moment.
But it kind of nearly I don't know.
It spins on his head, and
He's like, yeah, he was an asshole, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, oh yeah, I did actually quite like him. It's kind of that thing. It's like, I didn't like my brother, but it's like, you can't make fun of my brother. Only I can make fun of my brother.
you literally said the same thing again.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Did I say that in the?
Yeah, you said that same thing again.
Yeah.
It's like Damon speaking to the sea snake, saying, I can talk about my brother however I see fit.
Yeah.
You will not.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Simon, because he's like, yeah, no, he kind of was an asshole actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna make you pay for killing him. He didn't deserve to die.
Did he?
Oh, well, in Simon's eyes.
In Simon's eyes, yeah. But Simon Gruber is a real monster as well. He's just a soldier. That fight scene, John always has to have hand-to-hand combat scene. What was the first guy name? Carl or...
Carl is right.
Was
Yeah.
it Carl? Long blonde hair guy.
Yeah.
Of all the fights, that's a good one. He's another good one as well that he's actually too old to handle in the fourth one. In this one, it's Lurt from the Addams Family. He actually swings John from the leg against a container. I just can't handle him. John's he's still hungover. He's still not in the best of shape. Right? He definitely doesn't have a six pack.
Yeah, he's wrecked as well, running around New York the whole day.
Running all that energy, all those arguments. Like the guy is too big to handle. So it's good. Yeah, it's good to have those little moments there. We have a female villain, but she's not up to much anything.
No,
The first-
Yeah, what's she do? Nothing really.
She doesn't even speak.
She's there to be a female.
In fact, the female villain, the fourth one has a female villain, which is even she.
Yeah, well, you know why?
Why?
Because who's John Psychic?
Justin Long.
Okay, yeah, no, I messed that up. No, well, okay, I'm gonna say with Mary Elizabeth Winstead being there, is it Mary Elizabeth Winstead that dispatches of the female villain?
Absolutely not.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
When did you last see Die Hard 4?
Clearly, I could look it up on my letterbox here.
We are definitely doing that at some point now.
I was under the impression that she's the female villain because there's a female lead, and so only a female can dispatch of a female.
Oh God, no, Dave! It's 2006. She's obviously a damsel in distress.
Which one is this? Live Free and Die Hard?
Yeah.
I logged this film the 13th of April 2021.
Yeah. So
So that was the last time I saw it, and I maybe saw it one time before.
okay.
Now
so-
here's the difference. You given this 4 stars. I've given this 2.5.
okay. I take your due for a
Do a
rewatch.
rewatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you are.
But we're on the same level for when it comes
Oh.
to A Good Day to Die Hard. You've given it 2 stars. I've given it 1.5.
Did I give it 2 stars?
Yeah.
When did I log it?
Is that too many?
I'm just thinking.
You logged that on the 21st of September 2024. You were obviously, because that's when you watched the third one as well. You must have been doing a Die Hard watch.
Yeah.
You were doing a Die Hard watch ahead of the Die Hard
6.
pitch. Yeah, Die Hard 6.
Die Hard 6. Die Hard
Yeah.
McLean. Yeah, go listen to my pitch. In conclusion,
No, not in conclusion, because there's one character I want to shout out.
who's the one character you want to shout out?
The bomb disposal guy.
Charlie.
Yeah. The one who like comes into the police station and he's like, "This is super cool. Everyone look at this." And then he like shows how like the liquids, how by themselves they're perfectly fine, but you mix them together, and he like throws a drop of it away and like explodes, and everyone's like, "I'm gonna shove that chair up your ass, Charlie." Like, that woman is brilliant. But just his like level of excitement for the bombs, and then later on when they go to the school and they're doing the evacuation, they have to slowly do it, and like, okay, we need to prepare these kids, and we can't do it until like the last possible moment. And then when he goes to leave, and they're like, "Oh, there's kids in the building," and he's like, "I can't leave if there's kids in the building."
Yeah.
And so he stays, and it's a real hero moment. I just shout out to Charlie.
I do love big movies where the little guy who has a small part to play does something noble. That really do like those moments quite a bit.
He was prepared to die
Yeah, he's
for
ready.
some kids who he's never met and never would meet,
No,
for
absolutely.
the possibility of saving them.
not. Oh, the amount of virgins that are waiting for him after the end of the day.
Jesus, Brian.
But do you know what's funny now? I don't know why you generated this thought in me, but like, if this movie was made today, you can guarantee, right? They're making a TV series of all these cops, all right?
Yeah.
Right? Never mind Bruce Willis being there, right? Maybe he gets suspended permanently, temporarily.
Yeah. He's in the season premiere. He's suspended at the end of it, and he's back for the season finale.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And the rest of the show is about all these cops.
Yeah.
The inspector with the mustache, the blondie girl, the Native American who would probably be the main guy, or maybe
You know
just
what would be
bring
the
in new
closest
guys.
version of this?
What?
In a TV series? Probably 24.
24. Funny, I was thinking more like the Rookie.
The Rookie.
The Rookie. Yeah, I don't know why.
No.
Like it's great. It's a great collection of characters. Like you've got a few females, you got a few males, you got someone who could be the action, you got the leader, you've got the science guy. Yeah, it's funny how this could happen. You know, there's always a story to tell with anything you create. There's a brown jacket over there, David. There's certainly a story over there. That you can
sure there
make.
is?
Yeah, absolutely.
In conclusion.
Furthermore, David, what you make up the final 10 minutes, which was, I believe, a reshoot.
I was convinced, I don't know why, and I think this every single time. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the one where he doesn't say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," because in the moment where he goes and he shoots the wire, he says, "Say hello to your brother for me," and I always think, "Oh yeah, they say that instead of the yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," and then obviously he says it after, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, he does say it." Like, I always forget it for some reason.
Do you know what's funny? How awkwardly clever and tryingly challenging Simon Gruber has been for John McClane, sending him on a wild goose chase all over the city, pulling his fucking sleeve, making him think that the bomb is here when it was never really anywhere. It's funny that after he kills him, he immediately laughs it off. Like, it's a cut to John laughing at the fire. Like, he just killed a man, you know, and he's just laughing it off. Like, this man in his final moments decided to not leave with his army. Like, he very well could have. He said, "No, I have something personal to finish. Like, I cannot leave this country until I kill this man." And now he's bugging him, where his
He'll always feel like he left something unfinished.
yes, his lust for revenge will get the better of him now if he doesn't leave. And then he shot a wire that landed on the helicopter. Helicopter crash.
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot. 2 bullets as well. And John's just laughing at him. He's an afterthought now. Like, this is all taking place in one day as well.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, I don't know if the others take...
I think 1, 2, 3 definitely do. I don't know about 4 and 5. You'd have to...
4 is over the course of a few days.
Yeah.
5 is...
They both feel like they'd be longer, to be honest. But
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 is definitely over the course of a day.
Is number 2 over the course of one night as well?
Yeah.
Because he's moving a lot around. He's getting around.
He's moving a lot within the thing, but Holly's up on the plane. And They
Yeah.
only have a certain amount of fuel in the plane, so
Fair
it is over one night.
Yeah, I remember the voice in the trailer said that. You know, I wonder if that's it. Any other points I could say is I just love it when Samuel Jackson's just shouting, "McClane! God damn it, McClane! You fool, McClane!" Getting the gold bar and then forgetting it. McClane crashing the car over the bridge. Funny stuff. Like, I just like seeing that. Like, the banter between...
They've got good. It's a good pairing, absolutely.
Oh, I'm delighted we talked about this.
Good, me too. Have you got any recommendations before we let these people go?
Yeah, I'm going to recommend people should watch Die Hard 4. It's an underrated Die Hard film. Like, you really should. The fact that it's... Put it this way. Some folks were hating on it, the fact that it wasn't rated R or and it's PG-13 or so. It's a 12s for us.
Yeah.
Right. Well, guess what, David? Die Hard 5 was rated 16s or 18s or rated R.
Yeah, and it wasn't any better.
Well, it was worse. But Die Hard 4, I think you should give it another chance. You should not come to watch Die Hard 4 with a closed mentality saying this is shit.
No, I don't. I wouldn't. I couldn't tell you anything that happens in Die Hard 4 other than John crashes a
Car into
a helicopter. Yeah.
One of the coolest.
And you know what,
things
as well?
ever. Yeah.
This movie, Die Hard with a Vengeance, first time where there's no issues with planes. Because John doesn't have any issues with...
You are right. You're
is-
absolutely right. It goes to show John McTiernan is not a victim to sticking to the norms. But while you reminded me on that, I thought his directing in this movie was classic. How great did he capture all the action and the even just the driving alone with the through all the city. I thought it was
You feel like New York's a character.
Yeah, he captured it very well. He directed it very well. He framed it up very nice. There's very little times where he keeps the camera close in the car and it's just like a green screen like in front or back. Like he made that car go through the grass and everything. Like he paid fines for destroying the grass in the park.
Yeah.
Well directed, I think. So, have you got a recommendation?
Yeah, I'm going to recommend Die Hard 6.
What Die Hard 6?
Well, Brian, if you didn't know, we here at Talking Pictures, I think it was not last year, but the year before, we did a fun little bonus episode where we pitched a fake movie, which was going to be Die Hard 6. That was your idea. It was your baby. It's one of my favorite episodes that we've done. It's probably one of our best episodes we've done. So I would highly recommend, if you are a big fan of the Die Hard franchise, if you are a big fan of Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 3, the two movies that we've done, definitely go and listen to our pitch for Die Hard 6.
I am great, aren't I?
You are the best. You are the best, Brian.
No, but still though, like it's not boring to listen to because of the addition of music and sound effects.
No, it's
Like,
great. It's a lot of fun. It's worth your time.
But hey, man, furthermore, what did we get out of that?
What did we get?
Die Hard McClane, of course. We got the
Die Hard
movie.
McClane, yeah.
But we got Ferris Bueller's Day Off too.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
true.
we?
We did get that.
Yeah.
Maybe will we have something this year? Will the people have something for Christmas this year, Brian?
Possibly.
It's your turn.
Why?
If we're going back and forth, it's your turn.
I'm working on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Little
Indeed I
teaser
am.
there. Little teaser.
I'm casting.
Okay. Oh, he's
casting.
casting. The casting process has begun. Brian, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Talking Pictures Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We so much appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice, and make sure you're following us on all of our social medias, which can be found in the links down below. If you haven't already, you can give us a 5-star review on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a little review. Costs you nothing, gives us everything. And if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share with us, you can send those in to tpp@anotherhappystudios.com. Again, that can all be found in the links down below. You can listen to our other podcast, which is Saturday Morning Cartoon Club. We have new episodes of that on the last Saturday of every month. So if you haven't already, make sure to check that out. This podcast is brought to you by Another Happy Studios, so make sure to check out all of the other podcasts on the network. That includes Still Got Legs, Unfinished Film Thoughts, the archive for Another Happy Pod, the archive for Fishing Trip Files. All that good stuff is there for you, for your listening pleasure. That's all from us here at Talking Pictures Podcast. Brian, any final words before we let these people go?
Die Hard 4.0. When are we doing it? When are we releasing it?
Thanks, Brian.